We're in. It is 4:10 here. I think we're a couple of hours like beyond full of Eastern daylight. I think
2 or 3.
2, yeah. So, just got back to the ship not too long ago for doing a 6-hour excursion. We went way up that way, out east in the port area here. And yeah, it was good. Very cold. Started this morning, got off the ship, it was like 38 degrees or something. And then about the peak of the tour, it was around 60, and now it feels like we're back down into like around 48 or 50 or something, and a little bit of wind here and there. And it was very cool. I've heard all day long from the lady that guided the tour, and I'm still having trouble with pronunciation. So it's Aukeyri. I'm just not sure what the pronunciation is. But if you look at the map, we're on the very northeastern corner of Iceland. So we're sort of diagonally across from Reykjavik, which is in the southwestern corner. That's where we're going on tomorrow. So we'll pull out of here shortly. We got 15 minutes for everybody else to get back on the ship. See some of the stragglers down here. All on board time 4:30. Probably leave at like 5 maybe. But some ships, like, you know, the all on board time, and then like within a couple of minutes we're out, you know, they're gone. And then other ships and other cruises, it's a half hour later, so you never know what time we'll actually pull out of here. Very cool city. We were on the Jewels of the North tour. Went to like 4 or 5 different places, kind of all on the eastern, like even east from here. And it's definitely quite the opposite from Orlando, Florida. Some of the mountains in the background, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's snow on top of them. And some here straight ahead of the camera right here, and there's some snow up there. This is a 14-night Arctic crossing cruise is what they call it. It's a repositioning cruise for Voyager of the Seas, where it's coming back to the U.S. for the first time in apparently quite a long time. And left us in Norway, and then 2 days at sea, and then here Akureyri overnight. So we get like, you know, sort of a half day in Reykjavik. We leave and go to Greenland. And we go through Prince Christian's Son, Greenland, which is sort of the equivalent of like doing Endicott Island Dawes Glacier in Alaska, where you're just cruising very, very slowly through like, you know, little glaciers and icebergs and stuff like that. And it's not very big on the map, but you know, they have listed on the itinerary as like a full 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. to go through crossing. So that's sort of like you don't get off the ship, but it's called, you know, it's like a cruising thing. And then we go to a little place in the southwestern corner of Greenland called Kvarta, and then there's one more place next to it, it's Mantarelic or something like that. That's a tender stop. And then 3 days at sea, and then September 18th we pull into Boston, Massachusetts, and then we jump on a Delta flight back to Orlando. And then Voyager of the Seas will do some, I don't know, I'm not sure how long actually, probably a couple of months, and then the Voyager transitions from Boston down to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and we'll do some cruising out of in the Caribbean for a while, and then beyond that, I don't know. Still a little chilly. Feels like, let's see what the Apple Watch has to say here. Well, the watch says it's 57 degrees. Feels like it's colder than that. A little windy. And the last few people here. Right down there. Coming back through, coming back onto the ship. We had dinner last night at Chops. It was very, very good. I think we're doing specialty dining at Giovanni's in a couple of nights. And then the rest of it will be the old classic main dining room. Windjammer has been excellent as usual. The pizza at Cafe Promenade is always the best. I like the Cafe Promenade on this class of ship because they do a good variety of stuff other than just pizza. Like they have all sorts of little wraps and little salads and desserts and cookies, just a whole mixture of stuff. And it's because they told me, I was talking to one of the crew members, and they said that the Cafe Promenade on here is sort of meant to be like a combination of like the Cafe Promenade on other ships and also the Sorrentos. But the thing is, there's a difference because like if you go on the Oasis class ship and you go to a Cafe Promenade, like we were on Harmony in May of 2022, and the Cafe Promenade on Harmony was tiny, and like it had one little glass case with, you know, a couple of cookies or something in it, and just a very unappealing layout as terms of the food. And then in a separate location was Sorrento's doing pizza, but the pizza was only available. They didn't start doing the pizza until like, you know, mid-morning or something like that, or lunchtime or whatever. Or just, I don't know. I just prefer the Cafe Promenade on, you know, this class of ship, like these older ones. You know, Voyager, the Seas was launched in like the late 90s, right? So it's got some age on it, but it'll hold 3,400 people double up. You know, it's almost half the size of an Oasis class. I like it. In a lot of ways, I like it. It has a proper Windjammer, where you never have lines to get into Windjammer. The hand washing stations are properly laid out and thought out, as opposed to the cramped ones on the Oasis class, because they decided to just stick it up there on the top part of the Oasis class instead of giving it more room. You know, personal preference, just opinion, my personal opinion there. There are pluses and minuses. I like the Oasis class for other things, but I definitely like this whole class that they did the Seas twice. We did Mariner of the Seas, we did Voyager of the Seas now, we did Explorer of the Seas years ago. I can't remember if we've done Navigator or not, or Independence of the Seas, but all of them that are in that same classification, that same kind of style of ship. And they have the traditional Viking Crown Lounge, which has like the best view of the ship, especially when you're at sea, like on the sea day. It has a really, really good upper deck for viewing. Because on like this ship and a lot of those other ones that are similar, you can go all the way to like deck 13 forward, and you're right at the very front of the ship. On this one, you can actually go, if you're on deck 4, you can go all the way to the front of the ship, and you can go up onto the helipad at the very bow of the ship, which you can't always do. So there are definitely some pluses to the layout of this ship. So let's see what we got going on down here. Still got the last few people coming back. I had my drone with me for the excursion, and there were several places where it was extremely tempting to try to put the drone on. But we were so tight on time, we would pull up and the lady would be like, okay, you've got 25 minutes, 20 minutes. Too, tight on the time. So hopefully I'll be able to get the drone up in Greenland because we don't really have any excursions planned for Greenland. So I'll have plenty of time to go fly the drone a little bit. I was able to get it up in Norway for a few minutes after our excursion over there was finished. And there were actually a couple places during our tour today where they had the little sign up that said no drones. So I saw that too. I was like, all right, whatever. But I do have my new Insta360 with the 1-inch sensor. So I took a lot of video with that. So I'll have some excellent vlog footage later on once we get back home. I'm recording quite a bit of footage, so it will take me a while to get it all out from this cruise, which is normally the case. So, just wanted to jump on real quick, do a little live deal for you guys. So, this is Akureyri, Iceland. We're sort of in the middle of our, not quite the middle of our 14-day cruise. It's Sunday, September 4th to Sunday, September the 18th. So we're not quite at the halfway point yet. But hopefully more live streams to come. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and notification bell on so you don't miss anytime I decide to just go live on the whim. And lots of shorts and vlog episodes are already scheduled to appear daily. So lots and lots of content. Be sure to hit the thumbs up to support the channel. And we'll see you on the next live stream.